गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। सबको मेरा नमस्कार। चलिए आगे बढ़ेंगे। Overeating and overeating threshold. According to Ayurveda, overeating is cause of all diseases. Overeating can be defined as eating more than the body's ability to digest at that point of time. It doesn't simply mean eating the wrong foods or eating too much. If the stomach lacks the fire or the power to digest at a particular time, then even a slice of an apple will amount to overeating. So overeating doesn't just mean eating a large quantity of food, it means eating that food at the wrong time. Agastya Muni, one of the highly revered seers of India, once drank the entire ocean. You can actually eat all you want, but you need to have the power to digest. This means that your digestive fire should be active and efficient. You can keep the fire active through a disciplined lifestyle, regular exercise, and optimistic attitude. Our basic problem today is that our digestive capacity or fire is diminishing and our consumption is increasing. The overeating threshold is a very, very thin line. That gap between eating the right amount and overeating is caused by just one mouthful, bite, or spoonful. It is crucial to be very aware of this threshold because once you cross this Lakshmana Rekha, then you can go on and on and on. Your senses go numb and you can eat up to 5 to 6 times your stomach's capacity. Obviously, you know the inevitable consequences of this. You wake up dull, tired, bloated, and irritable the next morning. Sorry, forgot to mention this, but it is also a foolproof way of gaining body fat. Let me give you two examples of how we often cross and the overeating threshold without realizing it. Example one. Last night I had a friend over for dinner and we had a simple wholesome meal of dal, paneer sabzi and roti. My friend had finished her meal, but I wanted another half piece of roti. My maid served the remaining half to my friend, so as not to waste it. Priya didn't want to eat anymore, but she ate the extra half without thinking and just like that. She crossed her overeating threshold. Often we ask for that extra helping of our favorite dal or chicken curry, although we know internally that we have finished our meal. And every time we do this, we have crossed our Lakshmana Rekha. Women often gain weight when they get married. It is because eating with someone else leads us to exceed our usual capacity. Although most brides are quite unaware of this change because they are still eating less than their husbands. Example 2. You are at the Marriott of Grand Hyatt or at some wedding and a huge buffet is laid out in front of you. When you look at the delicious food all around you, you can't help wondering how anybody could ever do justice to these fabulous plates. But you start off by being good, picking up only the salads, sabjis, and a few grilled tandoor items. At the most, half a roti or some pasta. As you get done with your food, one of your friends comes by with some yummy looking dessert on his plate. You are absolutely full and not feeling like it. But the dessert looks so yummy, too yummy, and the expression on your friend's face proved. So you decide to have just a teeny weeny bite from your friend's plate. Oh, it's delicious. You are experiencing a sensory overload, and now you have crossed the Lakshman Rekha. You find yourself marching towards the dessert counter. You help yourself to 3 to 4 desserts, and of course, a whole piece of that yummy looking pastry. Back at your table, you gobble down all the desserts on your plate. The sensory overload and deep sense of pleasure in the example last only for a while. What remains is the deep sense of guilt and shame, and not stopping at that half piece of kaju katri or pastry. But when you ate that half piece, you had already crossed the overeating threshold. Everything after that happens so fast that you don't get the chance to stop or to apply your analytical mind and reasoning. It is like an accident. You can see the damage, but you don't know what exactly happened. The only way to avoid these diet accidents is by learning to observe our feelings and accepting them. So, in situation like this, accept that you get tempted by pastries or kaju katri, but refrain from actually eating them. So, no half piece or small bite, because after that it is just a downward spiral. Sadly, in spite of repeated experiences, we simply refuse to learn from our past. Tip: don't store sweets or fried foods at home. You might be gifted mithai and the like at festival time. After completely enjoying one or two pieces, give this away to friends, family, share it at office, give it to your watchman, buy, etc. Post tip: don't always dump your excesses on one person. Choose different people for charity, but get those things out of your sight and reach. Real life example. Siddharth, my cousin, has gained notoriety amongst family and friends for eating till he almost choked. And he would eat everything from paneer tikka, Szechuan rice, puri bhaji, dal, rice, noodles, you name it. He would stop himself till he was full. His body choked a block from mouth to anus. After eating, he would feel dull, slothful, tired, sleepy. He suffered from regular migraine attacks and had observed that if he went hungry, migraine would set in. So he took to stopping himself to prevent migraine, and this only made it worse. He wouldn't be able to focus on work and would lose out on the entire day. Siddharth is a workaholic, by the way. So anything other than losing a day's work would have been acceptable. He had joined his father's business and had taken it to another level altogether. But along with that, he took his waist, body weight, and cholesterol levels sky high too. Last year, the news that he was about to have his second child spurred him to seriously do something his way. And because I was now his favorite stars, KK's dietitian, he took me seriously as well. He choked with emotion when I told him he should continue having his rotis with ghee, cheese, paneer, paratha, koki, and Sindhi Kadhi, married to a Sindhi, he lost his stop. I got Siddharth to start eating more slowly and to serve himself some smaller portions. The rule being that he served himself half of what he would normally eat. Then I got him to follow my four principles and eat small meals every 2 hours. So Siddhartha went on overeating to eating just right. Men are blessed. They have loving wives who go all the way to support them in their diet and workout routines. Salu, Siddharth's wife, packed 6 dabbas a day and instructed the driver by an office boy to remind Sai after 2 hours to eat. And she did all this through her pregnancy. That too with a 2-year-old son to take care of. And what a journey that was. From no workout at all to working out 3 times a week to mammoth meals a day to 7 light meals a day, 98 kilos to 82, 38 inches to 30-inch waist. Siddharth has come a long way and so have his eating habits. Today, he is the most energetic dad for his lovely boys, much more successful in his business, and more importantly, he lost all interest in overeating. Friends and family can't believe what they are seeing when they see him stopping at 2 chapati. I just can't eat more than this, he confesses. My stomach shrunk. Fantastic. यहाँ पे बहुत ही अच्छी चीज रुजुता ने बताई है. Eating as a way to overcome boredom of or entertainment. Watching a movie, eat popcorn. Stock in a party without nobody interested. Nibble on the deep fried starters. Bored of eating the same old meal, sabzi roti, call for pizza. Not happy with your sex life, eat a pastry. Too often we use food as a crutch to overcome boredom, as a distraction from our deep-rooted fears or feelings. This is also what girly magazines call comfort food. Food or the act of eating is the most primitive form of comfort. But we need to understand that food is about providing nourishment to the body, not about overcoming boredom and stale relationships. And have you noticed that when you eat food as entertainment or as a distraction from some niggling thought, it is always something that is calorie dense, extremely sweet, or extremely salty. And know your boredom or thoughts don't go away after eating that pastry or chips. In fact, they are still very much there. So, what are you going to do? Reach for another one. Yes. Excellent. Right. She's right. Fasting के बारे में उन्होंने बताया yoga stakes. Fasting is a powerful tool as a spiritual practice, but nowadays it's used mainly as a weight loss tool by experts. It is recommended by health experts as a form of rest for the digestive system. Have you ever thought of giving your heart rest? No. Then why think the digestive system as something that needs rest? The digestive system, like the heart, is an involuntary system designed for continuous activity. And to keep it in a relaxed state, what we need to do is eat a little at a time. Yoga is, in fact, counter to some people's belief against my extremes, including fasts. And of what use is a fast when all you think about is food? According to yoga, the mind and body are interlinked. So even if you think about food and eating, you will see immediate effect in the physical body. This means that even thinking of chocolate pastry can lead to weight gain. Truth about antacids. Eating too much at one time or keeping long gaps between two meals. Eating too much at one time or keep long gaps between two meals, and you will want to reach out for the for that antacid. So what is wrong with your antacid? Actually, what is wrong with you, especially if you need it almost daily? Other than eating too much or having too big gap between meals, which itself become a cause of overeating, stress, another cause of overeating, oh, comfort food, spicy food, harsh medication. In short, hurry, worry, and curry will cause heartburn, burping, constipation, bloating, and everything in between. The ingredients of an antacid, including magnesium and aluminum, produces a laxative effects. Any washing off the good bacteria from our intestines, which can further aggravate your digestion problems, lead to hormonal imbalance, frequent urination, loss of appetite, dehydration, and mood disorders. Reaching for the salt, capsule, syrup to treat your symptoms yet again. Given a thought for the cause and start taking time. It is never too late. So आज के लिए इतना ही इसका पर चर्चा करने के लिए भाई रमेश रमेश so over to Vaina. Good morning, Vaina.
वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग सबको मेरा नमस्कार। आज का टीचिंग है ओवर ईटिंग और इसका क्या प्रभाव हमारे ऊपर पड़ता है इसके बारे में। हमारा पुराणों में वर्णना है, अगस्त्य मुनि एक दिन सारे समुद्र को वो अंदर कर लिए थे, पेट के अंदर कर लिए थे। तो एक आदमी का खाने का कोई लिमिट नहीं होता है। स्टोमक हमारा जो है ये एक इलास्टिक organ है, ये आधा किलो पकड़ सकता है, लेकिन हम कोशिश करें तो ये 1.5 किलो 2 किलो भी अंदर ले सकता है। तो ऐसा ये कैसे संभव होता है? हम आहिस्ता आहिस्ता हमारा फूड क्रैबिंग के कारण ये सब बढ़ा देते हैं। जैसे एग्जाम्पल में दिए हैं कि कोई फीस्ट में या पार्टी में किसी ने रिक्वेस्ट करता है, देखो ये बहुत अच्छा चीज है, थोड़ा ले लो। तो हम हमारा पेट फूल जैसा लगने से भी लगते हुए भी हम थोड़ा टेस्ट करते हैं, और टेस्ट करने के बाद हमारा दिल बोलता है और लेने के लिए, और फिर लेते हैं। ऐसा चलता रहता है। तो इससे क्या होता है, इससे हम हमारा पेट के अंदर जितना जरूरी है उससे ज्यादा डाल देते, और इसका बुरा असर हमारे ऊपर ही आता। इसके बाद स्टमक का गड़बड़ी शुरू हो जाता, और हम इसके कारण ट्रबल में आ जाते हैं। ऐसा एक दूसरा एग्जाम्पल भी बता रहे हैं। कोई बफेट पार्टी में इतना सारा देख के, वो डिलीशियस डिशेस देख के कभी कभी हम अपने आप को रेजिस्ट नहीं कर पाते, तो थोड़ा थोड़ा लेते लेते हमारा स्टमक को ओवरलोड कर देते। इसके बाद शुरू हो जाता है हमारा ओवर ईटिंग का फीलिंग। तो ये सब हमारा कंट्रोल में ही है। हम चाहे तो इसको कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि हमारे लिए जितना जरूरी है इतना ही लेना चाहिए। कोई अच्छा कोई बुरा ऐसा फूड कुछ नहीं। हम पोर्शन मेंटेन करने से सब फूड हमारे लिए अच्छे साबित होंगे, और हमारा सेहत के लिए अच्छा होगा। कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि मैरिड वुमेन ज्यादा बल्की हो जाते हैं, क्योंकि जितना परिवार का लोग छोड़ के जाते हैं प्लेट में, ये सब खाते हैं। नष्ट हो जाएगा, इसको प्रिवेंट करना इनका दिल में है, माइंड में है। तो नष्ट नहीं करने के लिए जो सोच, ये इनको आहिस्ता आहिस्ता मोटा बना देता है, फैटी बना देता है। तो इसीलिए ये सब को हम रेजिस्ट करना चाहिए। जो जितना लेगा सब कुछ खाना एक साथ रखेंगे, और छोटा छोटा चम्मच देंगे। जो जितना चाहिए उतना लेगा। और ये भी हमारे लिए, ये भी एक अच्छा एडवाइस है कि हमको जब लगेगा हमारा पेट फुल हो गया तो हम बंद कर देंगे, खाना बंद कर देंगे। और कभी कभार ऐसा भी करना चाहिए कि हमारा घर में कोई स्वीट डिशेस आया तो इसको रखना नहीं चाहिए। एक दो टेस्ट करके हम हमारा बंधु बिरादरों में इसको बांट देना चाहिए, भाई को दे देना चाहिए, सर्वेंट्स को दे देना चाहिए। और सब एक आदमी को नहीं देना चाहिए, वो बदल बदल के दूसरा आदमियों को भी देना चाहिए। ये अपना एक एग्जाम्पल दिखा रहे हैं। सिद्धार्थ, जो उनका एक कजिन, राइटर का कजिन, उनका पेट में वो खाने का ज्यादा क्राविंग के कारण उनका माइग्रेन था, पेट में भी गड़बड़ी ज्यादा होता था। वो आहिस्ता आहिस्ता कैसे उनको समझाया कि हर 2 घंटा में छोटा छोटा मील लेने के लिए, थोड़ा थोड़ा लेने के लिए, आहिस्ता उनका ये अभ्यास बदल गया। उनको वाइफ को थोड़ा प्रेग्नेंट होते हुए भी थोड़ा तकलीफ उठाना पड़ा। 6 6 बक्सेस रेडी करके देना पड़ा, और उनका सर्वेंट्स को इंस्ट्रक्शन देना पड़ा कि ये अपना बॉस को बीच बीच में खाना परोसे, सर्व करे, और उनका उनका ख्याल रखे। ऐसा करते करते आहिस्ता आहिस्ता उनका ये प्रॉब्लम भी गायब हो गया। तो इसीलिए हमको क्या करना है, हमको हमारे सेहत के बारे में सोचना है, हमारा स्टमक का कैपेसिटी के बारे में सोचना है। कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि हम एंटासिड यूज करके इसको ओवरकम करने के लिए कोशिश करते हैं। ये गड़बड़ी को, प्रॉब्लम को ओवरकम करने के लिए कोशिश करते हैं। तो इसके जरिए क्या होता है, ये एंटासिड एक लैक्सेटिव किस्म का होता है। एल्यूमिनियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, मैग्नीशियम हाइड्रोक्साइड, मैग्नीशियम सिलिकेट, ये सब लैक्सेटिव किस्म का होते हैं। ये क्या करते हैं, हाथों से धो के ले जाते हैं। हमारा फूड को धोते धोते, गड़बड़ी को धोते धोते ये हमारा गुड बैक्टीरिया को भी धो के बाहर ले जाते हैं, तो हमारा गड़बड़ी ज्यादा बढ़ जाता है। तो इसीलिए हम एंटासिड के बारे में ज्यादा सोचना ठीक नहीं। हमारा अपना सेहत, इसके बारे में सोचना है, और इसको कैसे हम ठीक करेंगे, इसके लिए क्या करना है, ये सब हमारा माइंड में रहना चाहिए। और हम जो खाना खाते हैं ये टाइम पे खाना चाहिए, और पोर्शन मेंटेन करके खाना चाहिए। इसके जरिए हम सेहतमंद रह सकते हैं और अपने आप का ख्याल भी रख सकते हैं। अपना रोगों का, वो जो डिजीज होता है, वो ज्यादा ओवर ईटिंग के कारण इसके ऊपर काबू पा सकते हैं। आज इतना ही, फिर कल डिस्कस करेंगे।